8 hours and we're still in Texas? How is that even possible? Oh, this is so much better than the sweet tea we have at home. I've heard people say hi to each other here by saying howdy. 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 Look, the cops here ride horses. The speed limit is 85 on this road, and people are still passing us. Look, it's the train! Howdy! Howdy! Why is it so windy? Ah! Cowgirl boots! Oh, I have to get some.
They're $300.
So? Whataburger! I've never seen one before! We gotta go try it. Why is the ketchup spicy? Buc-ee's? What is that? Is this a gas station? It's huge! Whoa! It's like Walmart meets Cracker Barrel on crack!
Absolutely. If you've never been to Texas, if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, if you've never been to a Whataburger, you need to come check us out. You're missing out. And I tell you what, it takes about 13 and a half hours to drive from East Texas all the way across Texas to New Mexico, because I know averaged about 70, 75 miles per hour from one end to the other in about 13 and a half hours. So everything's bigger in Texas. I love Buc-ee's. If you get a chance to come down to Texas, I'll take you to Buc-ee's. Thank you, Templar at a Texan 575 for that clip. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get into it. My name is James Rule XRP. Follow me on X/Twitter at RuleXRP. I'm a crypto teacher. I am not a financial advisor. Now, if you didn't know, I started back to work this past Monday, and I tell you what, I've been working my butt off. And this morning, I actually slept in a little bit. I hit the snooze. I usually get up at 5 a.m. I hit snooze this morning. I feel pretty good. I had my community coffee in me. I'm on my third cup. I have a ton of tabs open, and I had to stop looking at the crypto news because if I were to keep going, this video would be over an hour long because there's so much news to share. There's so many projects. You know, I'm the crypto teacher. I like to get it out there, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of the above. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you haven't checked out all my affiliate links, click on the Linktree link below. Check out more about me, about my sponsors, about CryptoGadgets, about crypto exchanges, crypto wallets, all of the above. They are all legit. And when you check them out, or if you purchase something, tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. Let's take a look at these numbers on this Saturday morning. Total market cap, $2.411 trillion. Down a little bit. Nothing to worry about. Back up the damn truck. Not financial advice. All right. Bitcoin is $63,201. Ethereum is $3,147. Solana, $138. XRP around 51.6 cents. Cardano is 45 cents. HBAR is 10 cents. Down from the hype this week. Stellar XLM is 11. Render token is $8. VeChain is right at 4 cents. Algo, 19 cents. Quant, $103. Flare Network, 3 pennies. Back up the truck. Songbird, 1 penny. Back up the truck. I told you so. Let's go ahead and get after it. Now, it looks like yesterday that regulators have closed a Philadelphia-based Republic First Bank. First U.S. bank failure of the year. How many more banks are going to fail in the United States? How many banks are going to jump on board to this blockchain technology for transparency? It's coming, people. Stable coins are coming, possible CBDCs, possible crypto regulations, possible blockchain transparency. Check out this little 26-second clip thanks to XRP Drops.
Base Philadelphia bank Republic First Bank was collapsed and was seized by state regulators. Fulton Bank reached an agreement with regulators to take over Republic's first nearly 36 branches in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. They will reopen under the Fulton Bank name. This branch in Media already has a temporary sign-up. This is the first regional banking failure this year.
Wow. So how many more banks are going to fail? You know, if I were to go to my local bank or my local credit union, I have several, and I ask for, say, $10,000 or $20,000 cash, they're not going to have that cash for me to take out. They're going to say, well, James, first of all, we need to know why you're wanting to pull over $10,000. It's going to be several days before we can get that cash here to give to you. You know, everything's on the bank ledger, everything, you know, how much, where is our money going when these banks are paying out 0.05%, you know, APY on your savings account while they're taking your money and investing in other things or loaning it out to someone for 21% interest? Which bank is going to fail next? That is a question. Charles Hoskinson, Cardano, ADA, Charles Hoskinson's at IOHK_Charles, has an opinion just as we do on Elizabeth Warren, who is anti-crypto witch of the year, witch of the century. And supposedly she sent a document to the Department of Justice asking for an investigation into the use of crypto in the illegal trade of child sexual abuse material. Charles Hoskinson states, Warren is just the worst. She crosses every line. And right here at the beginning of this stupid ass document, it says, Dear Attorney General Garland and Secretary Mayorkas, we're writing to express concerns regarding the use of cryptocurrency in the illegal trade of child sexual abuse material and to obtain information about the tools needed to blah, 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 blah. Everything Elizabeth Warren says about crypto is negative. Everything that Elizabeth Warren states about crypto and blockchain is negative. Banks good, crypto bad. Banks paying off all of these senators, all of these people in the United States Senate and Congress and all that, but the banks are paying them off because the banks don't want the transparency of blockchain. We know what the transparency of blockchain is. If I were to send you XRP or Bitcoin or ADA or whatever, you can look at the wallet. You can put the wallet address into different search engines and see where that came from, where it's going, where it went from before then. It's all transparent. And Elizabeth Warren does not want that transparency because she's just as criminal as anybody else she mentions in her documents. Let's go. Okay, so here in the last day or two, we have come to the conclusion that Ethereum and Consensus is suing the SEC over Ethereum because the SEC may be claiming Ethereum as a security. So let's do a little timeline factual. Let's see here. Ethereum gets a free pass in 2018 from Bill Hinman, the SEC, all the goons at the SEC. The Ethereum price is manipulated immediately by this decision. William Hinman pockets $15 million because of this. Now Consensus, Lubin, and others are suing the SEC. Interesting indeed. And I'm briefly going to I'm going to leave a copy to every article we cover in this video, as I do in all my videos, below in the description. Click on them to read them in detail. It says the SEC sued over Ethereum. Crypto firm asked court to state the token is not a security. Because, if Bill Hinman stated it was not a security in 2018, there's no damn way it could be a security today, right? I'm not even going to go over the article. Ellie Tarrant, this aged like milk. In 2019, Consensus founder, Ethereum Joseph Lubin, Elbow Lubin, said they are big friends and fans of the SEC, explaining that the agency views Bitcoin and Ether as decentralized and no transactions involving those particular assets are considered to be security. Listen to this 1 minute and 20-second clip. Thanks, Ellie.
We are big friends and fans of that organization. I think they're really understanding the space well. They are applying this thing called securities law to business in America and other places, as they have done for many decades successfully. They're identifying fraudulent projects. They're identifying obvious transgressions of securities law, but they haven't had a heavy touch, really. They've been gathering information. They've been taking some actions. They've been very clear that they understand there is this new construct, this protocol-based open platform.
So you think they get it?
Yeah, we believe they get it. They've introduced a new construct decentralization into their thinking. So in addition to the Howey test, they have this new construct that they're seeing certain things in. So they consider the Bitcoin network and token and issuance mechanisms. They consider the Ethereum network token and issuance mechanisms to be decentralized, and therefore no transactions involving those particular assets are considered to be transactions of securities.
Okay. What about XRP? What about the XRP ledger? This was in 2019, roughly a year before the SEC sued Ripple because of ETHgate and because of market manipulation. Let's keep going here. Now, back in June of 2023, I found this. Joseph Lubin. He is interviewed by CNBC Street Signs, and I want you to just listen to this. I'm going to go ahead and blow it up, and we're going to let you hear it and listen.
Almost out of time. Just in terms of what you would say to regulators that are trying to say that Ethereum is a security and should be treated as such.
Well, regulators have spoken. The SEC has spoken. Bill Hinman made a speech. I think it was in mid-2018. It was disclosed that I think 18 of his colleagues at the SEC worked on the speech with him. So the SEC actually spoke. The CFTC has spoken very crisply. These are U.S. agencies, very crisply a number of times that they consider Ether a commodity and not a security. And so it's really a foregone conclusion at this point. There may be a regulator or two in the United States that can't bring himself to utter the fact that Ether is not a security, but I don't know why that's the case, and ultimately that just doesn't matter.
So ultimately, that just doesn't matter. You know, that was the old SEC with Bill Hinman, Jay Clayton. Now there's the new cop on the beat, Gary Gensler, who is hypocritical just as the rest of the members of the current SEC in the United States. But, you know, Joseph Lubin stating, well, you know, we've already been classified as a non-security. There's no way, you know, he can't bring himself. He's talking about Gary Gensler. He can't bring him utter the fact that ETH is not a security. He says it just doesn't matter. You know, what's going to happen? Yes, we're using Ethereum. We're using EVM sidechains. Ethereum network is very important to all other ecosystems because it enables smart contracts. Now, what happened in 2018, 2019 to previous members of the SEC and Consensus and Joseph Lubin and Vitalik Buterin and all the other goons? Yes, they should be accountable for what they did, but the technology today is needed. Let's keep on going here. Now, check this out. This went over well. Consensus CEO Joseph Lubin, the SEC isn't hurting crypto innovation. October 2021, almost a year after the SEC sued Ripple. The SEC isn't hurting crypto innovation, no, because they were in bed with Consensus and Joseph Lubin and the Ethereum Foundation and blah, 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 blah. You know, how much has the Ethereum Foundation paid off Gary Gensler? Gary Gensler cannot answer in those court hearings whether Ethereum was a security or not. Well, it's pending litigation. I cannot tell you if it's a security or not because I'm Gary Gensler and I'm making all this freaking cash from Goldman Sachs and everything. I could keep going. Let's keep going. Ripple disputes the SEC's last-minute witness as judge gets strict. Now, if you didn't know, here a week or two ago, the SEC is trying to get $2 billion out of Ripple, which is fucking ridiculous. The SEC does not deserve $2 billion from the successful blockchain company that uses blockchain technology in their software. They use the token XRP. Well, James K. Fallon got this out on the 22nd. Ripple has filed its opposition to the SEC's motion for remedies and entry of final judgment. And what did I post out? Well, the SEC can stick that $2 billion up their arses. $10 million is more than fair enough. And I'm going to leave the documents below where you can click on them. Here is the last couple of pages, and we're going to look at it. And I'm going to show you why it is so hypocritical that the SEC is asking for $2 billion. And I'm going to have another sip of community dark roast coffee made in Louisiana. Thank you very much, community. All right, comparing dollar amounts rather than percentages leads to the same conclusion. In the 2022 BlockFi case, $50 million was reported as the SEC's largest digital asset penalty ever. BlockFi involved not only lack of registration, but the material misrepresentations made with a least negligence. Aside the BlockFi, our research has found 2 digital asset cases where the SEC has obtained a civil penalty above $20 million. Block 1, $24 million, and Genesis Global Capital, $21 million. As set forth above, Block 1 involved 4 more gross revenue than this case, and Genesis Global Capital involved both more revenue and actual substantial losses to others. The SEC's assertion that this case warrants a civil penalty 21 times higher than BlockFi deserves no credence. Taking both discretionary and comparative factors into account, inappropriate civil penalties would be no more than $10 million. Ripple has spent over $200 million in lawyer fees and court costs in the past 4 years. That would reflect about blank of Ripple's actual gross revenues of not shown, redacted, from pre-complaint institutional sales and would be proportionate in both percentage and dollar amount to comparable digital asset cases where there were no culpable mental state and no substantial harm or risk of harm to others. Conclusion: the court should deny the SEC's request for an injunction of $2 billion for disgorgement and for prejudgment interest and should pose a civil penalty of no more than $10 million. Respectfully, Michael J. Kellogg, all the lawyers in this Ripple versus SEC case. And that's that. Let's keep going. Now, I love all of these ecosystems, all of these technologies that are building on top of the XRP ledger, the FLR network, all of the above. Well, Kevin with BPM notified me this week that 2tix, the ticketing venue on top of the XRP ledger, is changing their name to Venue. Venue by 2tix. They are going to be at the XRP Las Vegas event. They're going to be the ticketing agent. And BPM here at the top, they're now at Mission BPM on X, says, we're not slowing down. We continue to build every single day. The roadmap is still long and ambitious, but every day we get one step closer to revolutionizing the live event industry. And they are going to be competing with major ticketing venues like Ticketmaster and others. They're going to prevent ticket touting. They're going to be offering NFTs for each event. They're going to be offering, hopefully in the near future, maybe a special VIP pass where you can get the artist's music before it goes public, or maybe you could meet the artist VIP. Congratulations to BPM, 2tix, Venue. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, FLR Oracle is the FTSO, the time series Oracle, that I'm allocating 100% of my FLR and Songbird to. They're legit. This is not financial advice. They are at FLR Oracle _IO, and they tweeted this out yesterday. Watching all these projects released on FLR Network, making me mighty jealous. These teams of creators are worthy looking up to. You got the RAIN protocol, the smart contract language for everyone. You have XD5 protocol, which I did the test net on here a month or so ago, which is badass. Future contracts on the FLR network. You have Kinetic Markets, which is bringing liquid staking to FLR, and they're working with other organizations. I'm going to be running that test net here very shortly and sharing it with the masses. At Block Bones is the #1 NFT collection on the FLR networks. Focus on FLR is validating the future, building on the FLR network, empowering the community. And Enosis Global, formerly FLR Finance, Enosis pioneers research and development in blockchain technology. There's so many This is just to name a few. There are so many different projects and ecosystems that are bringing all of these wonderful things to the FLR network, to the XRP ledger. And we were talking about Kinetic. Well, check this out. Kinetic just got this out. I know something you don't know. Kinetic, the Jewel token, the FLR token, bunnies. Get ready for the testnet. Get ready for liquid staking on the FLR network. Get ready for more passive income. Finally, there was an article that came out today on the Daily Hodl, and it states, I'm not going to go through the article, it states that about 87% of crypto millionaires don't believe they may lose their crypto forever. And this is what I wanted to highlight. Let's begin by noting that there are currently over 88,000 crypto millionaires worldwide, along with more than 180 centi-millionaires and approximately 22 billionaires as recorded by Henley and Partners in June of 2023, thanks to the Daily Hodl at the Daily HODL. If you're playing your cards right today, if you are not a crypto millionaire, buckle up. Put on your moon boots, put on your belt, get ready for the G-forces that are going to blow you away. Grown men are going to weep. Grown women are going to weep because you are making a decision today when other people are fucking laughing at you because they're like, what's only 19 cents? It's only 52 cents. It's not worth anything. But they don't know the underlying technologies that are being talked about by governments behind closed doors that are going to fucking melt faces tomorrow. Have you done your research? Do you know what Bitcoin is, Ethereum is, Solana, XRP, Cardano, HBAR, Stellar, Render, VeChain, Algo, FLR? Do you know what these ecosystems are? Have you looked at the white papers? Do you know what the underlying technology is? And are you excited? Look past the price. Look at the technology. Get excited because you are going to be one of these many millionaires, centimillionaires, which is like $100 million plus, a billionaire, 22 currently. There's going to be many, many more. Be patient. Do your research. If you have not wrapped your FLR and Songbird and delegated to the FLR time series oracles or staked in the FLR time series oracles, you're missing the boat. If you have FLR or Songbird on an exchange and you're just letting it sit there, yeah, you get the FLR drops, woohoo, but you're not getting the epics. You're not getting the drops every few days, every 3 to 5 days. Go back and watch my video, how to wrap and delegate FLR and Songbird and FTSO to the FTSOs with the Bifrost wallet. There's a tutorial. I'll leave a copy below. Many people were asking me about this. My buddy that lives about 30 miles from me, I went to visit him a couple days ago and showed him how to do it. And he's like, thank you very much, James Rule XRP. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank all the new subscribers. It's Saturday. I'm loaded up on caffeine. I feel good. I'm going to get out and work in the yard today. Go visit the family and just have a wonderful day out here in the country. You should do the same. Get away from your computer and your phone for a little while after you watch this video and go do something productive. Share your knowledge with others. Share my channel with others. Share my videos with others. I'm here to teach the crypto teachers, the crypto millionaires, and the future crypto billionaires. Have a good Saturday. My name is James Rule XRP. And as I always will tell you, I told you so.